Okay. Alrighty. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you for those of you who jumped on and those of you who will watch this a little bit later on tonight or tomorrow. I will make this call very short and sweet, but wanted to review just a couple different things. Obviously, we have our sunscreen promotion that goes on until the end of this month, which is going to be, that is June 30th, which is Friday. And just so that you guys know, as brand representatives, the cutoff time for putting orders in is 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's midnight Mountain Standard Time. For some reason, our ordering system runs on Mountain Standard Time, so it's midnight, obviously, of Mountain Standard Time. So it's 11 p.m. Pacific Time. Jane, for you, it would be 1 o'clock a.m. Not that you'd want to be putting in orders at 1 o'clock a.m., but that's the cutoff time to put in orders for it to count for that month. And so obviously our sunscreen promotion that we have going on right now, I made these little business cards. I don't know if you guys can see them, but I have the template if any of you would like them. But I'm going to be putting these with my sunscreen samples that I'm going to be giving out, as well as my business card, and then putting it in a little pouch and either mailing it or giving it to the person in person when I talk to them and I'm able to meet with them. But obviously the sunscreen promotion goes on until the 30th. So I really would love for you guys to do whatever you can to talk to people about this product. It is absolutely phenomenal. And I know that everyone on this call uses it, as well as people that will be listening in. And a couple things that I love about it is obviously it's got the 30% SPF, which is great and fine and dandy. Obviously it's a sunscreen. But what I really love about it is the high percentage of zinc oxide that's in it, but it's not cakey and it's not white and it's not sort of that non-absorbing material that you remember probably as kids, where I know my mom put it on us and we could put different colors and you'd put streaks under your eyes or on your nose, and there was pink and purple and green and whatever other colors. But this zinc oxide is just our sunscreen just has a very silky smooth texture that I think leaves a really nice, beautiful, luminescent glow almost to your skin. And then in addition to that, it has a red algae extract. And what that basically does for our skin is that creates a barrier so that environmental toxins, pollutants, obviously the UV rays, they cannot come in and damage our skin. And then obviously as well, it's got some great antioxidant properties to it as well, some anti-aging properties to it. And then, you know, it has some nice, pardon me, it has some nice brightening effects as well. So those are a few hot topics, and I do believe that I emailed out to you guys as well as every single person in the organization that's under me, so including customers as well. So those might have been some of your customers that received an email from me, just really going over the benefits of the product and, you know, that it's on sale and all that, so you can really get the notoriety out there. And what I've noticed that there has been a spike in volume after I sent out that email. So that's really great and exciting. And our fearless leader, Ryan Dienst, one of the CEOs of the company, he's in the system as a customer underneath my team. His mom is a distributor with us, Jocelyn. And obviously Ryan's a customer in there in the system to be able to get the product. But he got the email and he replied back to me, "This is a phenomenal email. I think it's really great that you sent it out." So hopefully it'll have some positive effects for you guys. And, you know, obviously I don't blast emails to your customers or my customers on a regular basis, but I felt like with it being such a phenomenal product and having many uses to it, not just a sunscreen, but like I've told you gals out there, it's a phenomenal primer too as well for your skin, under any makeup or anything along those lines. It just really allows my makeup to stick on my face throughout the day. So I know not everybody wears makeup, but for those who do, it's a nice little add-on feature. So I know some primers out there cost anywhere upwards of $30 themselves, $20, $30. So it's really a nice kind of 2-in-1 product. And also something else I'll mention, and it's really great for sensitive skin. I know Jane's on the call, and she's talked to me many times just about how she has struggled with putting, any kind of sunscreen on her face due to some sensitivity that she deals with. And so this was the first sunscreen that she's really been able to use, and hasn't irritated her skin or caused any redness. And it's actually helped. She's in a cooler climate, region, and obviously they get snow in the wintertime. So it even protected her skin when she's been out in the mornings running, during the winter times, and not, making her skin chapped or anything along those lines with the wind and whatnot. So definitely, I would say these next few days that we have, really try to get out there and talk to as many people as possible about the sunscreen, because it is phenomenal. I had a buddy of mine in town, and he did a 5-product DNA kit and also wanted the sunscreen as well. So don't leave anybody out, especially those guys. The guys are good for the sunscreen, because they might not want to use a foo-foo face wash, as they may call it, but they may be interested in the sunscreen. So that was one thing I wanted to talk about. And then also something that was mentioned to me on one of my one-on-one calls earlier today was that some people thought that it would be a good idea to utilize these Monday night calls as also a recruiting call as well. Obviously, we can go over any educational stuff, but if we end up having someone on the line that's new, and we can review just sort of some basics and just the reason the company is in existence and what we're doing that's so different. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that and let you know that, we can start doing that as soon as next Monday, if that's something that is of interest to you guys. Jane, I know you're, 2 hours ahead, but in the future, you may possibly have, people that are on Mountain Time or people that are on Pacific Time that can't jump on the Wednesday night calls that we do for recruiting, because it's at, 4 o'clock Pacific Time. And I know we even have one gal that's in Hawaii, so it's even earlier for her. So my thought was to not only bring it up to corporate about having me do maybe like a Wednesday night call at like 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time. I know they do one at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 4 o'clock Pacific Time. But I was thinking of doing one more along the lines of maybe at 6 o'clock on Wednesdays. So I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on that. Thoughts, shoot me a text, send me an email, call me, whatever the case may be. But maybe on these Monday night calls too, feel free to invite people. I mean, it's not just, it's not like we talk about some secretive information or anything. People can definitely hop on and join us and share the love that we have for targeted skin. So we can certainly start that at least next Monday night on our regular scheduled calls here. So definitely keep that in mind. And next week, if you have anybody that wants to join us that is brand new to the industry, I know there's a gal that I'm signing up later on today or tonight that wants to try the product first, but she's really interested in doing the business side of it. And so I thought of having her join us next week. Actually thought of having her join tonight, but it was a little bit late of a notice. So I'm going to have her sit in next week, but even though she's not signed on yet, but just to give her a feel of what it is that we're doing and how these calls can be beneficial. So let's start that next week, but that was a good suggestion. So what I'll do now is if anybody has any questions, I'll open up the line. You guys can ask. Like I said in my email, if it is a genetic-based question, if it is a product-based question, if it's a brand representative-based question, and then if you guys don't have any questions, obviously there's one thing I want to just review with you all before we hop off and share my screen. So I'll open up to questions first right now. Anyone? I have two sitting with me here to my right too. They may have some questions. You guys are experts?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, Shannon, I really like the idea of us opening this up to other people, and I'm certainly going to encourage people to join the call or the, just watching you on the screen. They can do that from the comfort of their own home.
Yeah, and they don't have to show their or use their camera.
Yeah.
But you can still watch me.
Yeah. And then, so in that situation, would like at the end of the call, would you like go through some slides, or how would that work?
I guess what I would like to know is before, if you invite someone and then kind of know their process and where they're at in the steps, right? So have they been through the whole presentation? I don't want to go through A to Z of targeted skin with them if they've already sat through that. So maybe initially you guys can just email me if you have people that want to join in and just say, hey, I have such and such joining in. Here's their background and knowledge of targeted skin. Can you just touch on maybe more so of the safeness and the effectiveness of the products? Or they really want to know more about the DNA, or they're brand new. So kind of let's talk about targeted skin and what it is.
Yeah, that's probably what it'll be.
So, and I can do that very quickly. But I don't think I need to do any slides. I can do that just off the fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'll do my best to get people on next Monday.
Okie dokie. Sounds good.
Does it work to do video?
You can show your face. Who else has questions? Jane, do you have anything?
Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
I thought you were in San Diego.
I got home last night.
Oh, that's a cool picture you posted on Instagram. I want to know how to do that.
Oh yeah, I found that at the place we went in downtown San Diego. The blue chairs.
Yeah, that was really cool. You need to be a graphic designer.
It's funny, they always post my pictures. I'm like, maybe I should be their photographer.
That's right.
Exactly. So if you guys don't have any other questions, there's just one more thing that I think I'd like to share with you guys, just so that you guys can remember where you're at as far as volume is concerned. Where did it go? Oops, there I am. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. Okay, can you all see that?
Yep.
An arrow? Okay.
Yep.
So I wanted to remind you guys of how you actually can find out where you're at as far as ranking is concerned and what you're going to be paid on. So this bottom left-hand area section over here is really how you can determine that, right? So if you haven't hit the first bucket of any volume, and whether that's sales volume for a customer that's purchased, or money, or just product that you purchased yourself, and again, remember that's volume, that's not necessarily the purchase price. So for instance, if a person orders the DNA test plus 3 product kit and it's $249, you obviously get a $50 bonus. So the volume that goes towards that is $199, not the $249. So once you've hit a bucket of having sales volume of $100, then you will see this screen start to pop up automatically. Otherwise, when you log in, if you don't have any sales volume, it'll automatically default to this. But as you're going down, you can see where you're at in the rankings. Premier Ambassador, so sales leader, I need to get $200 more of volume so that I can hit sales leader and get paid 3 levels down. So I just want to make sure that you guys remember on how to do this. And obviously this is going to be everybody in your entire organization, customers, people that are signed up as brand representatives underneath you as well. So I just want to make sure you guys were aware of how to look that up so that, obviously come July or June 29th, June 30th, if you're right there on the cusp, it might make sense for you to either order some product of yourself. If you haven't already this month, remember you can only contribute up to $100 of volume. So if you're short $200, you're only going to get $100 of it towards that sales volume bucket. It'll still go in this bucket down here of organizational volume, all the volume, but it'll only allow you to get $100 of your own, because if you see, retail volume and sales volume are separate. So retail volume means customers. So you have to have at least $100 worth of customer volume in order to hit that bucket. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys.
So Shannon, for you to hit that $4,000, then obviously we're in your organization.
Right.
So if we, as your organization, have $200 in sales, then that would get you over to the 4,000.
Correct.
Okay.
Or if I had another customer sign up or something like that.
Yeah. Or sell a bunch of sunscreen.
Yep.
That's basically what, $200 is what, 8 sunscreen? Because they're on sale.
It would be like,
yeah, because they're like $50 each.
like 5 or 6, yeah. Because it'd be $39 of volume. It's not the sales price.
So the organizational volume goes off of wholesale price?
Volume is volume. So volume means everything minus what you've been bonused. So for instance, if someone buys $100 worth of product,
yeah,
you make 20% on that. So $80 would be the volume and $20 would be your bonus or your commission.
Okay.
They don't, the total sales price does not go towards these buckets. It's the volume that goes towards the buckets, which is minus your commission, basically.
Got it.
So that's how that works. So just so you guys know and can be aware, log into your Arrow. It's in that front page. A lot of times you guys might not even notice that it's there because it's sitting there like this. But if you just hit one drop-down screen, you'll see where you're missing the buckets and where you need to hit. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys.
Thank you.
So next week, it'll be a new month. And probably a new product promotion, maybe. I don't know just yet. But also, as a little closing comment, we do have some really fun, not promotions, but editorials that are going to be coming out. That'll be really exciting stuff for us to use and share. And I think it'll give us a little bit of clout in order for people to realize that we are something of substance, and that we are a valid company. We're not going anywhere, and other people see value in us, and just give us a lot of good notoriety. So be on the lookout for that. I think that'll be in the next few weeks. I don't have an exact time frame or date on that, but it'll definitely be very exciting this weekend.
Will they post that on Facebook or on the Arrow?
It'll probably be everywhere.
Okay.
It'll probably be on the Facebook page, on our brand representative page. Everywhere.
Okay. That's good.
On the website. So. Yeah. Okay. I'll let you guys go. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shannon.
Next
Good
week, same time, same place. Have a
Okay.
good night.
Bye.
Bye.